Dude, this is like so trashy. I gotta hold the sauce in one hand, and
just know that this was your idea.
Look, I wanted to get my thoughts out there, and I thought my thoughts would be better if I was eating, but like I now realize like multitasking while I eat this chicken, and it's kind of.
See, the problem with the food you're eating is it's a two-handed meal. Because you got the chicken tender in one hand, and then I guess you don't really need to hold on to the sauce.
I got it.
But you are.
Sorry, I know it's gross. I know this is exactly what we were worried about.
Here,
about
wipe your hands on.
About the sounds of.
What? Yeah, don't get chicken.
This hand does not touch no chicken. This hand has only touched a plastic sauce packet. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah. So, man,
Okay.
you gonna try the Travis Scott fucking Whopper, or well, are you?
Yeah, the Travis Scott Baconator.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm dumb. It's McDonald's.
That's all the same fucking shit. No, I'm not gonna try that.
Why not, man? They don't put lettuce on a lot of burgers. I'm gonna try it just like for that. Like I know it's just a.
It's just
like
a trick to make you eat McDonald's, which I haven't done in a long time. Well, that's not true, because I remember a few months ago I was looking at houses with my mom, and we went and got some fries from McDonald's.
Rock and roll McDonald's.
What?
I eat McDonald's every fucking day, boy. Like that's just like my gas station refill food.
So does DJT.
Word.
He's a big fan of the Mac Shack.
Man, so is what's his face? Who's that really not Richard Branson. God, why can't I fucking remember his name? He lives in Omaha.
Richard Rivetto.
No, it's not somebody we know. It's the big wig, the guy that ran like
Richard from Omaha?
No, I'm talking about the guy that owns the big fucking like what the fuck can I remember? Not Richard Branson. He's like a millionaire. He's like a bajillionaire. This is off to a
I don't even know who you're talking.
I'm talking about the fucking guy.
You said Richard Branson, right?
Yeah, but that's not him. I'm talking about some other like real billionaire. He writes like a million self-help books. Like he's an old man.
Well, we're gonna play this game.
Oh god damn it! Why can't I fucking? I feel like I'm fucking idiot. Like
I'm gonna type Richard into Google.
It's not Richard though. It's
Well, too late.
It's because I'm eating. Like I swear to God, it's like I can't focus. I'm too focused on savoring this food.
My top results on Google for Richard are Richard Jewell, which is a 2019 film.
No, just like a
Richard,
really, just like a big rich self-help guy.
Big Richard. Is there a Big Richard in The Walking Dead?
I don't know.
It's a lot of results.
It's not Mark Cuban either. It's a fucking. He's older than all those.
Warren Buffett?
Yes, it's Warren Buffett. God damn it.
What about Warren Buffett?
He eats McDonald's like every day.
Really?
Yeah, seriously, look it up. He loves McDonald's. God damn it! I knew it was like it was somebody like that.
How'd you get Richard?
Because Richard Branson, because that's the other rich guy I think of. Him and Mark Cuban.
Warren Buffett says he eats McDonald's 3 times a week and pounds Cokes because he's, quote, not bothered by death.
That's kind of baller. You know what I mean?
He still comes to work every day and eats chicken nuggets 3 times a week.
Wow.
But this is wait, is he?
What a guy.
If he's just eating the nuggets, that's much more acceptable. The Coke is still fucking like that's just poison sugar water.
Those sugars. That's gonna fuck you up.
Dude, every time I'm working and someone orders like a 2 liter of cola or just some shit like that, I just think so much lower of that person.
You ever have guys that like,
especially if it's Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper?
You ever have guys that just order the soda? Like they're too lazy to go to the store to get more, so they just order give me 2 things of Pepsi. You ever have that?
I don't know if you can just get drinks.
I feel like you could. You know what I mean?
I think there's a minimum price for a delivery.
That's wild.
But I have seen people they get we don't God fucking damn it. We don't have 2 liters of root beer. So I have seen people get 4 20 ounces of root beer, which means they end up paying literally $10 for a 2 liter for 2 liters of root beer.
that don't sound that fair.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm coming out on the other end because like when I was a kid, I drank so much soda. I was like,
I never did until I was a teenager, and then like I would say I was like a regular like soda drinker from probably like age 15 to like 16 and a half.
Man, for me, it was like day one till 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I actually can remember like it was August of 2018 when I finally detoxed from soda for good, and I did it by I don't know what came over me, but something came over and I was like, man, I gotta stop drinking soda. Like, and so what I did was I bought 12 packs of Pepsi, and I just went through all those shits in like 3 days.
Ugh.
Yep, dude. Maybe even more than that. Maybe it was like 2 days. I just drank that shit. I just drank all that shit. I forced at the end. I just did not want to keep drinking, but I kept drinking it, and then
it's like Bobby and the cigarettes.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, like, and honestly, man, I've had a sip every now and again. But I haven't gone back. Like, I'll drink ginger ale, and I'll have a cup of green tea in the morning. That's the most, like, caffeine and sugar I put in my beverages.
There's not any sugar in green tea.
Yeah, but there's caffeine in it. And that was the big thing I wanted to get rid of. I wanted to get rid of the caffeine because, like...
Caffeine isn't that bad. It's the sugar that's dangerous.
I don't know,
too
man.
much
Caffeine,
too much caffeine is bad for you, though.
Yeah, man, it was definitely too much. It was fucking up my sleep. Like, I started sleeping a lot better, like, once I took the soda out of my life. I just gotta start... Now I just gotta work on the food because I still eat like shit, but, you know, at least I'm not drinking soda.
Yeah, but you work out. That's how, like, whenever I was, like... actually consistently working out, which I've been getting better at it. Been going to the gym more, which I fucking hate doing because no one there wears a fucking mask.
Yeah, man, I'm just doing calisthenics. I've just been doing calisthenics since like this whole shit started.
I really like strength training and all of the like machines they have.
Yeah, I miss
at
it.
Planet Fitness.
I miss it.
Like the feeling you get like when you're like doing like the bench press. Like it's just so satisfying, but I just
especially if you're doing it consistently, then you move up in weight. You
know exactly. Like my tits have already started to flatten out, which is great.
That's hype, dude.
But yeah, like I hadn't been there for like a few months, and I just decided one day I was like, you know what, a big part of the reason I wanted to move into this new house is because it was so close to where I'd work out at. So and then I just stopped going because of COVID. But I went there, and everyone was fucking giving me like not like a dirty look, but I could tell like a bunch of people were looking at me. I was like, what the hell? And then like it like dawned on me. I'm like, oh, there's like 30 other people here, and like me and 2 other people are wearing a mask.
Christ.
And I don't want to be the guy who's like, oh, you're not wearing a mask, like you're a fucking idiot, because that's.
But in that situation, you're outnumbered.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like going into one of these, like I've heard like that's like going into one of these small towns, in like up north where like just nobody wears masks and everybody's gonna look at you funny if you're wearing a mask. They'll be like, oh, you're some kind of Democrat wearing a mask, pussy. Like, God.
I mean, and like everyone's like, oh, you can't wear a mask when you're working out. I'm like, bitch, there's this like fucking 90-pound, like super tiny looking woman. She's like just literally sprinting on a treadmill wearing a mask. Yeah, like no. you can do it.
It sucks though. I don't want to do it. That's why I ain't signed up for no gym. I kind of want to start. I want to start boxing. I want to start going to a boxing gym.
That would be cool.
Mostly just because I want to get punched. I want to get hit in the head a couple times.
I don't.
I swear to God, man. I kind of want to stupidify myself. Like, I'm not saying I'm smart or nothing, but I feel like I've got too much shit going on in my head.
I'm saying you're smart. I'm saying it right here on the record for everyone to hear.
I need to take a few shots to the dome, like just to kind of just dumb myself down a bit.
Dude, I was thinking the other week about how helmets are so fucking important, but it's just like the goofiest piece of equipment you can wear.
My man Kyle Evans, when he started riding a bike, he was telling me, yeah, man, wear a helmet. It's better to look stupid than be stupid.
Damn, that's a good way to put it.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and be stupid in the sense that you fall, break your neck, and then you're actually stupid. You're just fucking, you know,
every
paraplegic.
I mean, like, it makes sense to wear a helmet because you need your head. And every, like, bike wipeout I've been in, like...
You've hit your head?
No, I haven't hit my head, but I've, like, instinctually known that I need to not hit my head. Because, you know, when you cross... You know, like, when you're kind of, like... you're kind of getting like the speed wobbles or something. You're like maybe you're taking
Yeah.
like a corner kind of
The
hard,
death
and then
rattles.
like you cross that like very thin threshold of like I can control this to I'm falling now.
Yeah.
Every time I feel that feeling, the first thing I do is I don't even think about it. I just like my body just knows like, all right, land on your hands or your feet or your knees or like whatever. Like just don't hit your head. Don't hit your head.
That is true. Like that time. What about that time we were riding?
Yeah,
To the Northwest campus, and there's in front of the fucking cheerleading camp, and you just here's a shit.
Oh, that was funny.
I'm not trying to blow you up like that, but like
No, it's all
that
good.
was that was like straight out of a movie. Dude.
I know.
You can't deny it because we were trying to look cool riding with no handlebars in front of all these chicks, and then all of a sudden just like
Yeah. I thought I could take the corner and I didn't. I got fucked up.
it happens to the best of us, dog.
Yeah, it's whatever.
You know,
We were like right outside the Union,
it happens.
so got
Okay, I'm on the last piece of chicken. Here we go. Boom. Mazel tov. In the book.
Are there any religions that say you can't eat chicken?
It's a good question.
Or are they all just like no meat? Because I know no pork is,
Jews and Muslims.
yeah. Not Christians?
Hell no, Christians you can eat whatever the fuck you want.
Or it's Christians, it's like no fish for like
Yeah, on the fucking
God's
Sabbath
anniversary or
whatever, yeah.
something. I don't know.
No, it's on Fridays. Or is it? I don't know. I'm no fucking genius. I also think that's only Catholics.
I'm Catholic.
I really
Baptized Catholic. I got that Catholic guilt.
don't. I feel like that's damn. That's crazy. I was just talking to Aiden about that this morning about just like how much like
Is he Catholic?
No, but like Catholics instill a lot of shame. Like it's almost like a part of their culture. It's just like yeah, feel shame.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. But no, like I don't know. Hindus can't eat beef.
I know that cow is sacred.
I don't know about chickens. I think we've always been okay with eating chickens because chickens like descend from dinosaurs, and so like we just instinctually know that they're bad business, and like we're better off just fucking eating them. You know what I mean? Like birds are fucking wild. Like that's why I love birds. Is birds are fucking dangerous, man. That's like straight from the fucking dinosaurs.
Some birds eat smaller birds,
Yeah.
which is insane. Because I don't think any mammals do that.
Survival of the fittest. Oh hell yeah! I guarantee there's some mammals that eat other mammals. We eat other mammals.
Yeah, but like I mean like if you're a bird eating another bird, that's different than like, you know, a human being, a mammal eating, say, a cow,
bird don't care.
which is also a mammal.
Bird don't care, man. They just eat food. They're just fucking animals.
Well, yeah, but like we don't like go around like killing like primates and shit. Cannibalism is looked down upon
Word.
in humanity.
In America.
Fish eat other fish. They do that.
Kind of got to.
Reptiles don't eat other reptiles, do they?
I don't know what the fuck reptiles eat. I always put them in another category of just like being just because you know they're kind of that's like there's a reason why like, we always associate like
Modern
temptation.
quasi dinosaurs.
Well, it's like why we always associate like biblical evil with reptiles is because you know they're fucking lifeless. They're cold.
The snake.
Yeah, the cold blooded. I don't trust them. I don't trust no serpents, man. Fuck that shit. That's why it fucks me up whenever I see people getting like lizards and shit as pets. I'm like, this thing is never gonna care about you. This thing is never gonna love you. And you gotta do so much, or you gotta feed it crickets.
I mean,
and they smell like piss, and they just sit in their fucking stupid cage with their dumbass Momo face, and like, and you're like spending all this money and putting all this time into that. Fuck that shit. They're never gonna love you.
Yeah. I have had some pet lizards. They're cool, but like they're not really pets. They're more captives.
Yeah, sorry, not to blow up anybody that's got lizards or reptiles as pets, but like, fuck that shit.
Titus.
What if your snake escapes from its cage and like strangles your fucking toddler to death?
That'd be a big ass fucking snake.
Like, let's say you're crazy, you got an anaconda.
You been to Miles of Exotics?
No.
It's a pet store off North Oak.
You got big snakes? Big snakes?
The owner there, he has, it's like on display. I feel bad for it because the display is pretty small. But like the owner there, he owns 2 like fully grown adult like ball pythons.
Oh, fuck that shit.
One of them is an albino.
Oh, fuck
which
that
is pretty
shit.
fucking tight.
That makes it even more evil. Fuck
Well,
that
no,
shit.
it's cool. It's a cool pet store because like the guy, he breeds all the animals they sell there. Like they have like rabbits and birds and shit. They have I don't know if they're still doing it with COVID, but for a while They had it to where like you could just go in there, like they'd make you wash your hands first, but you could like pick up the rabbits and play with them.
Word. I'm a simple man. You know what I mean? I like my life simple, and I like my pet simple. You know what I mean? I was like a nice dog. Like I don't want to fucking waste time with some dumbass pet that requires all this. Like I don't like exotic pets. You know what I mean? Because mostly they're not even that exotic. You can get a weasel. You can find a weasel. I got like weasels crawling underneath my house digging into my
I was
shit.
delivered to someone
Like-
the other day, and I like they had their fucking ferret out, and like I was just like, it was one of it was kind of like my house where like you walk in and then you can like either go upstairs or like the sunken basement.
Yeah.
And I just like they're in the front door just signing the receipt, and I just see this fucking weasel just walking behind
Scary,
him.
man. See, fuck that. I don't like that they let those shits wander around. Weasels could like, they could get into your walls and then like they can just go rogue.
They're fucking greasy
I've
too.
heard-
They're not.
Yeah, no,
they're
that
not
is
soft
not a
or fun to
fucking-
pet. They
that's
don't
not a
smell
fun
good.
Animal. Like, and I've heard like there's like quite a few stories. You can Google. There's quite a few stories of like weasels like. Owners letting them loose and then they like bite the fingers off their kids. Like that's like the biggest. That's like name me one owner of an exotic pet that actually fucking has children. Like they don't.
Oh,
Like,
that
it's
has. It was about saying. I like.
Everybody's
I know
so
someone
stupid.
with a bunch of exotic pets, but they don't have any kids.
yeah, no, exactly. That's the thing. Everybody does something. There's a lot of fucking subconscious reasons for doing everything, and usually when people, in my opinion, a lot of times when people get exotic pets is they can't get no kids. Like that's all I'm saying. I feel like that could be a big reason.
My mom started getting a bunch of cats once.
Once
Like-
she realized like close for business on having more kids.
Well, no, like I was gonna say, like after I moved out, and then once my sister moved out, I think that's kind of when she started to enter into the crazy cat lady
That's that
realm.
Dog.
She
that,
own,
that
like, I
happens,
mean,
that
like
happens.
she owns it, and she admits up to it though.
Yeah, she seems like a pretty aware of herself.
I love my mom.
Of
She's a
herself.
nice lady.
I do like your mom. Very very kind.
She just has too many animals.
I feel you, dog.
Like I've now that I've like not lived there for a while, I'm like fully convinced that I was like developing some sort of allergy around all those cats, because I would just wake up every morning feeling sick, like no matter like what I did or ate the previous day.
So this has got to be like the first place you've lived in that doesn't have pets.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that? Are you breathing better?
A little bit.
Are you sleeping better? I bet you breathe. I bet
Probably,
you're breathing better.
yeah.
Man. I couldn't do that.
I will say
every time I would go into like
it is very nice that every time I open the door, I don't have to worry about dogs barking at me. Sometimes like I'll even like anticipate it happening just because like that's
dude.
how it was in my old
or it's
place.
like you can't walk out the door without worrying about one of those motherfuckers like running out, and
or
then,
like
and then-
just like
and then,
leaving my door open, or like my shoes on the ground, like just like small shit like that. I don't have to worry about, which is really nice.
That shit frustrates me, man. Pets are a hassle. I know we've talked about. I guarantee we've talked about this on an old podcast before, but people care about their pets too much, man.
Yeah.
and that's a sign. That's a sign of a society that has grown too decadent
We have
and
talked
too
about this,
too up
yeah.
its own ass. You know what I mean? The Egyptians, the Romans, at the end
The
of
Americans.
at the end of their fucking shit, they were obsessed with their pets.
All
And
of
now
those
here-
AN people.
and now here we fucking are. All right, we're on the cusp of something big. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know.
Civil War.
Something like that. Civil War.
Oh yeah, if you're
Social
if you're
upheaval.
listening to this, go watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix. It's a documentary that talks about how social media started off as like, oh, we're gonna connect people, and it's turned into, oh, we're gonna divide everyone with fake information to make billionaires more money. Like I can't really explain everything they talk about in there. They do have this like weird it's like a documentary, but they also have this like fake like played out like with actors narrative of like this kid who's like addicted to his phone, and then on like the other side it's like three dudes who are like, okay, like we got to make him keep scrolling. Like it's like, okay, well we got like a 92% chance he'll get on his phone if he gets a push notification from this girl. So then they do that, and then he gets on his phone. It's kind of interesting. I mean, like the
It's kind of weird, you know. It's kind of strange.
the
Something-
like fake story matches with what they're talking about, but
I got you. I hate to like I hate to like bum on the subject because I agree that is what social media has become. I agree with the point that movie's getting across, but I don't like how unobjective a lot of documentary filmmaking has become. Like I feel like there's no such thing as an objective documentary. in my
how do you
opinion.
mean? Like just like here's the information
Okay,
without
so,
any
like-
interpretation or call to action?
Okay, so here's the problem. One of the very first like movies was a documentary. It was in 1920. It was called Nanook of the North, and it was supposed to be a documentary about an Inuit family, like an Eskimo family. But the thing was, the movie was staged. It was fake. Like Nanook wasn't a real Eskimo. He was an actor. He was like a dark-skinned actor, and he just pretended to be an Eskimo on this fucking ice. And but that was what people considered the first documentary. And then most documentaries to follow were just like that, American World War II propaganda films, like not really giving you some of the facts, but not all of them. They're trying to push a narrative. And then finally, in the 60s, like D.A. Panabaker, who I think is the closest thing to an objective journalistic documentary filmmaker, started making movies. He got access to a camera that was like small and portable, that wasn't huge and took up a bunch of space, so he could actually like follow subjects.
Okay, yeah.
And be more like a fly on the wall, and that gave him the opportunity to actually be there with subjects. Because a big problem why documentaries didn't work with subjects was because, people act weird in front of a camera.
It's true.
People because they know that the camera's on them, so like they're
adds
gonna,
that extra
gonna
like dynamic to everything you're doing.
But
the same thing with talking on a microphone.
Yeah, but D.A. Panabaker, he realized like he could implant himself into these scenes, into these groups of people, and barely even be noticed because of the size of his camera. And he followed around Kennedy, and he made these series of documentaries.
I think I've seen some of those.
Some of them are good. One of them is called Primary. It followed him on the primary campaign election. It recorded a lot of his speeches. Really good. There was really no voiceovers. It was the first example of what I believe they called it cinema concrete, whereas the idea of concrete cinema, the idea of just showing no bullshit, just showing scenes.
Just documenting something.
Yeah. And then the real pinnacle of that was a documentary he made on Bob Dylan called Don't Look Back. And I think that's one of my favorite movies ever. Like, I'm a little biased because Bob Dylan's like my favorite musician, but Don't Look Back is just it's a work of art, and it's just a work of reality. It's a work of just pure human reality, because what it does is it just captures him on his very last acoustic tour before he switched his band to being all electric and he started experimenting more with rock and roll, which at a time when that was very controversial in folk music. And it was also at a time when he was at the height of his alcoholism and the height of his addiction, and just and he was only like 25, and he was at a crossroads in his life. And this film just did a beautiful job of capturing it.
What's it called?
Don't Look Back. It's fucking great. It's one of my favorite movies, and that's that and the films of Les Blanc, I think, are the closest things to objective documentaries ever. And the thing is, and the reason why is because they're not trying to accomplish a goal. They're just trying to present.
Just trying to show you something. Well, I think.
So I got carried away because there's tons of documentaries. There's tons of documentaries that get around. Like I watched the Epstein documentary, and I thought that raised a lot of good points, but it's still pushing a narrative. It's got voiceovers.
Well, like the modern idea of a documentary, like it's not like just filming something just to show it, like you're showing something, but people they also want to hear like everyone's take on it, who was involved, and like it's still like journalism, like you're reporting something. So there's gonna be a little bit of a spin on it.
But yeah, there's a dramatic angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even just like using music. Like
Jesus fucking Christ, this is annoying the shit out of me.
These wires.
Yeah, we're not even moving, and it keeps.
People didn't even use music in documentaries.
You don't have headphones in, you can't tell.
until Errol Morris in the 80s. And that's the other fucked up thing is like documentaries don't really make an impact on society unless they try to push something, unless they have a narrative. Like Errol Morris made a film called The Thin Blue Line, and it was about this guy who was wrongfully convicted of murder in Texas and was on death row.
Hell yeah.
And it basically just it was a big journalistic dive into the corruption of this police department and how this guy was kind of just set up and was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
They kill him?
No, that's the thing. He got off death row because of the movie.
I meant the filmmaker.
No, this movie proved that this guy was innocent. This guy on death row in Texas was innocent, and it proved that this other guy fucking killed him because they got the guy to confess on tape. It's fucking crazy. Thin Blue Line's one of the wildest movies ever, but it has a huge dramatic spin on it. It uses a lot of grandiose music. It uses actors to recreate events. It was very unconventional for documentaries at the time.
That is something I've noticed.
Every documentary has stolen themes and ideas. Even the way they film interviewed subjects. It's taken everything from Errol Morris in that film.
If you're ever watching a documentary and they're saying something and there's really dramatic music behind it, you just gotta I think the best way to like actually like not I guess sort of have like any sort of bent is you just have to write down what they're saying, or just put subtitles, or just put
subtitles.
So there like there's a I think it's just like a documentary about Roe v. Wade on Netflix, but it's like this newscaster and he's talking about like, oh, like they're gonna like ban abortion in all of Missouri, and there's like this really dramatic music playing behind it, which like I understand because the whole like, well, yeah, like the whole bent of the documentary is we need to make sure people can get abortions, but when you add that music in there, it sort of makes it easier to convince people of what you're saying.
I guess what I'm
It
trying
scares
to say,
them.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't think there's ever been true objectivity in documentary filmmaking, but honestly, I don't think there's ever really been any objectivity in art to begin with. Maybe I don't know what I'm saying.
I think you can use.
Also art's art. I don't fucking know
I think
what I'm
you
saying.
can.
Just ignore me. I don't know what the fuck I've been
There's
saying.
plenty of documentaries that use facts to support their claims, but it's still about like this is what I think. But here's why. Like I have like evidence to back it up.
And I think at least people are watching documentaries. You know, I think Netflix has definitely been clutch with like they've got a lot of really good movies. They got a lot of really good documentaries on there.
Yeah, just I hope they don't start putting fucking like Kremlin media on there.
Word. That's what we gotta transition into, man. We just gotta start just like we just gotta appease to communist China. And then just get them, and it's become like a state-sponsored communist China podcast. They'll pay us in fucking Bitcoin and Litecoin.
I don't want to represent them.
And then what? They're gonna own us in like 20 years.
Yeah,
we might as well just give in now.
If we keep up this fucking defeatist America sucks attitude.
I'm already learning how to use chopsticks, dog. Like I'm
you don't know how to use chopsticks?
I do not know how to use chopsticks.
Oh, you're doomed.
My thing is like I like to eat fast. And like using chopsticks encourages you to eat slowly and patiently, and I can't do that shit.
You also can't really use them as weapons.
Stab someone in the fucking eye.
Well, yeah, but like, would you rather stab someone in the eye with a chopstick or a fork, or a knife?
Good question.
That's why they just use chopsticks and spoons, because they said that forks and knives were too violent.
I feel that's like a prison argument, man. That's
what Confucius said. I think it was like Confucius or some Chinese philosopher.
okay, Confucius. Fucking don't know how to eat practically. some fucking Chinese shit. We should build a Zen Garden. We should like I think that'd nurture our creativity, man. We make a Zen Garden. You know, we rake it a different way every day. You change the rock placement. You know what I mean? You gotta have the flat side facing up, and if you have a big rock and you put the two little rocks to represent Buddha and his two helpers.
Rearrange the rocks, make it look like a dick and balls.
You can do that too, man. They don't got no problems against it. Zen Garden though, I think is a
Genzarden.
I might make one of those at some point. Jesus Christ! Now I got.
It could be nice.
Well, they're gonna event before they're all like state mandated in every home, and then you lose social credits when you don't rake it the right way. It'll happen. It's happening, folks.
Honestly, man, I don't know what I would want to. I don't know if I would want to live in that world.
What, where China just comes in from the high ropes and just owns everything.
Here's your TV. You're required to watch for 8 hours a day. Here's 3 different channels you can watch. Yeah. They all play the same ads.
I feel like we'll still find ways to have fun. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I like my freedom too much.
We could probably even still make music. It's just gonna be like the really bad.
It's gonna be like the Band in China episode.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
South Park.
We love China. We'll have to make like K-pop sounding kind of like.
Winnie the Pooh isn't real.
Yeah, word.
He doesn't look like G.
Oh well.
I was.
We ain't there yet, and also we ain't going down without a fight. Come on, man.
I don't know, man. There's a bunch of fucking idiots out there who really, really, really like seriously. They're like, oh, I'd rather be a Russian than a Democrat.
That is strange how that's come about.
Well, and a lot of that is talked about in
it totally ties into what you're
in the Social
about.
Dilemma documentary, because they're another point they make is how most people are pretty like centrist, like moderate, and then they like they'll find these like extremist groups on Facebook, like just like people who like still believe in like the birther conspiracy and all of that, and they'll send them targeted ads, which are like, it's just like straight up like Russian Chinese propaganda. And they put it in these groups on purpose because they know that those people will spread it to other people who are like-minded enough that they will then share it with all those people, and it just keeps going and going.
Fuck. What was the birther thing? I keep on hearing about that a lot. What was that?
It was when Donald Trump and Roger Stone tried to convince everyone that Obama was a Manchurian candidate from Kenya.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Which
that was so dumb. I can't believe that was what people like.
Dude, did you see that fucking video of Trump, and he hired the guy to come in, Trump hired some dude to play Obama so he could fire him on The Apprentice?
What?
You haven't seen this?
What the fuck?
It is the cringest it's so fucking funny, and it's so bad.
Barack, you fired.
He's like, you tried to stimulate the economy, well, you didn't end up doing that. And then it's just like fucking 10 minutes of dumb bullshit like that, and it even it's got like fucking dramatic music playing, like, you know, it shows like it never shows his face, but like it's like a black guy wearing a suit, like it's supposed to be Obama. It shows like the back of his head, like walking into Trump Tower.
A fucking course.
And he's like, oh, step in my office.
I can't believe he didn't give no seats to Gary Busey or Dennis Rodman. Like, they both won the Celebrity Apprentice. He should have at least given him like Secretary of the Interior or some shit like that.
I want Gary Busey to take over. What's that bitch's name? Department of Education.
I don't fucking know. Department of Education.
Fuck. What is that woman's name? Betsy DeVos. Fuck
Gary,
that bitch.
New name Gary DeVos. Department of Education.
I'd rather. Yeah. I don't like.
Let me learn something, kids.
Betsy DeVos is in charge of all the public schools in America, and she thinks that like primary and secondary schools should be completely privatized. She doesn't believe in public education.
What one should we give Rodman?
Rodman?
Yeah. What job should he get? I think he should be American U.S. ambassador. He should be the ambassador to like
Korea.
I think give him China, man. I think let him have a.
What? No, I thought Un loved him.
Well, like Kim Jong Un loves him, but like
met Un and he's like, oh yeah, he's got his frozen dead dad.
We gotta introduce other Americans to him. Like let's let Rodman take a shot at Korea. You know what I mean? Obviously, he learned how to connect with these world leaders. You just gotta be a fucking dude that loves partying and fucked hot chicks in the 90s.
And you played in the NBA.
Yeah, and you play basketball. That's literally like I feel like that's the only reason why Kim Jong Un liked him. It's like. Kim Jong Un is kind of a numbnuts. Despite everything, he loves American media. His favorite show is the fucking Big Bang Theory, for Christ's sakes. And so obviously he grew up in the 90s. Yeah, he grew up in the 90s, so he was probably fucking obsessed with the Bulls. And since he likes flashy shit and he likes people that like exude confidence, since he's just a little man, he probably fucking loved Rodman because he's this like
He's got this larger than life.
Yeah,
attitude.
he's like fucking 6'11". He was fucking Carmen Electra. You know what I mean? Like
Is
so.
Dennis Rodman really 6'11"?
He's tall as fuck, man. I don't know if he's 6'11", but you know what I mean.
How
He's
tall
a
do you
big
think
dude.
he is? What's your guess?
How about let's go 6'8"?
6'8"?
He's 6'8".
I want to say 6'6". 6'7".
6'7". All right, word.
It's right in the middle.
Cut that right down in half, baby. But yeah, no, like and he was definitely the worst possible person to fucking do it though. like I love how it was him. Like, and he was such a fucking prick about it. He was like, they better give me the Nobel Prize for this.
Dude, his middle name is Keith. Dennis Keith Rodman. That is the whitest name I've ever heard.
Name, man. Fuck, bro.
That's fucking funny.
God damn. I don't fucking know. Bad boy Pistons.
I feel like this show is sort of taking on a sort of a defeatist mentality. Because like
I don't think so.
Well, the last few episodes we were talking about there's gonna be a civil war, fucking Russia. And China.
I think that's just because we've been kind of down. You know, it's rainy. I've been kind of pissed off. I've been pissed off about like copyright laws. I actually like the rain too. Fuck. Then what the fuck is wrong with us? Why are we so pissy? Why can't we just fucking appreciate this shit? You know what I mean? Life is good.
I'm kind of upset because I'm not as good as I thought at playing the drums. Which is a good thing.
Man. You get your shit. You gotta have your shit checked.
Yeah, it is a good thing and a bad thing.
You got checked, so you're just gonna keep getting better. You know what I mean?
I was very, very humbled by this like 18 or 19-year-old kid yesterday.
fuck him. You get better. You know what I mean?
He was nice. I will.
There's always room for improvement, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that was probably the best first impression I've given in a long time to all those people. Because like yeah, like that's the fucking like it was such like a jazz school like moment. Cause like it's like, oh, not quite my tempo, like, you know, like
you know he's watching Whiplash.
Huh?
Anybody who says
he
that
did okay no he didn't
absolutely
he did or the
shit.
director didn't say that, but someone told me, it's like you're playing on more the front end of the beat and the bassist is more like on the back end or on the back of the beat.
Okay, I got
which was true because I always try and play on the front end of the beat because I'm trying to, I don't know. Got to drive the tempo.
Relax on it, man.
Yeah, but like I was friendly. I was talkative.
That's good. You know.
Yeah, like it.
As long as you're.
Nice, I got work to do, but I don't think any of those dudes think I'm an asshole.
That matters more than being a good player, man. Like as long as you can just be cool. Like it's like Jesus. I know so many people that are fucking great musicians, but just fucking douchebags, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking. Play with you, man.
Yeah.
And but that's all good, dude. We gotta finish. We gotta wrap this up.
I got. Well, it's at 4:15.
You got any? We I guess we don't got any of this. I know we were gonna talk about we were gonna have a conversation about 9/11, but I guess we're gonna save that.
Yeah, we're doing that on Sunday, not today.
All right, I'll save my thoughts.
Yeah, but this has been a pretty good. Just spur of the moment cast. Wasn't planning on doing this today.
Yeah, no, I feel like in a better mood. We're in a better mood than last time. Last time we really
what were we doing last time?
Just being doomers, being defeatists. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Bad Robert De Niro impressions.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I'm like, I don't want to think about that.
Who do you think you can impersonate really well? Because
Gary Busey.
I think I can do a pretty good Bill Clinton.
I do like your Bill Clinton a lot. Yeah, that actually like when you were doing the fucking Family Guy bit today, where it's like, we could eat that.
We could eat that pig. It would only take like a minute. Could it really be that fast?
Yeah, that's not bad. I don't know. I don't think I'm particularly good at any one impression. I don't have good enough material to back it on. I can't like do a good. Whenever I'm doing De Niro, all I can fucking say is meet the parents. All I can fucking say is, or I could just do.
But you can work with that because like you were blending in like the Irishman,
come to my house,
and like
come to my
and
fucking
like
house.
Taxi Driver, and like all those characters with the Meet the Parents.
Come on,
it's a funny blend.
Come on now, you stupid bastard. You come to my house. You try to meet my parents. You try to meet me. This is what you do to me.
You try to meet me, a parent.
You try to meet my parents. I don't know, man.
You're trying to meet my daughter, which makes me, her father, a parent. It's very apparent that you're here to meet the parents.
Man, fuck off.
Jesus.
Fuck off. Christ, no, I don't care. I'm just, I'll have a lot more to talk about on Sunday. I feel like 9/11 for Americans, 9/11 is an inexhaustible topic. The rest of the world is just like, God damn, get over it. But like,
no, man, never forget.
We never will.
I don't give a fuck about 9/11. I mean, like, I
feel
bad for all the
9/11.
Like, I feel bad for all the innocent people who died, but everyone acting like, oh, like, never forget the people with different colored skin did this to you. That's all.
I'll never forget that shit.
That's
man.
all. Really, I don't even remember 9/11. My mom tells me that I was like playing with Legos and she was making cookies in the other room when 9/11 happened, and I was like, all right, this sounds good enough.
Remind yourself you're just so far away from that shit.
Yeah, man, I was like 4 years old.
I was 5. I actually on site remember 9/11.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason why is because it was my first day of preschool. Yeah, I'm not even bullshitting you. So I obviously remember that because it's my first day of school.
So you got there, and then the president's reading My Pet Goat.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's like the best part of 9/11. Honestly, it's like that one
Trump,
clip, like
Bush reading the fucking kids book.
No, he's not reading it. He's listening to it being read by the teacher. He's just sitting there, and it is like his fucking $12,000 suit.
He's like one of the kids. He's like
like he's literally just sitting there and like just listening to My Pet Go, and then you see a Secret Service agent just like very like calmly, but like, you know, with a sense of urgency, walk over towards him. He just whispers in his ear.
Yeah, that's
and then
right.
he just sort of like it just like doesn't phase him. He's just like, okay. Of course, he just happens to be in Florida while this is happening.
It's all that is. I hadn't even thought about that. That is true,
dude. There's
that
like
is true.
Just read some of the Wikipedia pages about like the Bin Laden family and how like they're kind of friends with the Bushes.
I buy that. I mean, shit, we gave him guns in the 80s. You know what I mean?
There's this
what's that? Like that's just our MO, man. That's just our MO. We give people guns. We use them until they start to hate us, and then we just like flip it, turn them into the enemy. I think like
we talked about this on one episode because like in the 80s we were giving guns to the Contras.
I think okay, like I think it could be best be summed up.
And then in the 90s we're fighting them again.
I think it could be best be summed up by like Kendrick Lamar said, they give us guns, call us drugs, say they promise to fuck with you. Like
wait, say that again.
They give us. I can't remember the specific quote, but he's like they give us.
Do you know what song
it
is?
It's like they give us guns that call us thugs. Say they promise to fuck with you. No condom, they fuck with you. Obama say what it do. I think it's hood politics. I can't remember it, but it's like I just remember that. I just remember that line of lines. They give us guns, call us drugs. Say they promise to fuck with you. No condom, they fuck with you. Like it's so fucking hard. It just hits so hard. So it's so like
red state versus a blue state. Which one you govern in? They give us guns and drugs, call us thugs, make it. They promise to fuck with you. No condom, they fuck with you. Obama say what it do?
See, that's what it is, man. You know what I mean? When we try to get someone on our side, we give them guns. You know what I mean? We give them drugs. We're like we fuck with you, but then really no condom, they fuck. We're actually fucking them over. And it's like Obama. What's the fucking word?
Obama.
So like I don't know, man. But
Barry.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not too fresh on my
there's
9/11 information right now.
Yeah, we're gonna be updated on Sunday. Sunday's gonna be fucked up, man. It's gonna be like crackpot hour. We're gonna be like.
Have you seen Loose Change?
No.
You haven't seen Loose Change?
No.
I'll send you a link to that. Watch that. It's actually pretty good.
How woke am I gonna get?
What?
How woke am I gonna get in the next 2 days?
There's a lot of different cuts of Loose Change, and something I've noticed about 9/11 documentaries is like you start to watch enough of them, you really like you grasp onto the information that's like recurring, because then you can like it's pretty easy to differentiate. Like, okay, this probably actually happened if everyone's saying it, but then like the guy who made Loose Change, he's said that there's a lot of things he used to believe that he no longer thinks is true. Like he used to push the idea that like before the planes took off, they were like getting everyone off the plane.
That is not true?
I haven't heard anyone else make that claim.
Yeah, no,
but like he's like he said it's like a more suspicious. Yeah, he's said that's a pretty extreme belief, and he doesn't really necessarily believe that anymore. But there's a lot of good information on it. There's just one dude.
One thing I find fascinating is that no celebrities died in 9/11. That's all I've said. No, like, you know, did you hear about like any fucking like
shit dog?
And also, what kind of big businessman like died in 9/11? I don't know.
You know, the guy who owns the World Trade Center took out like a fucking like $1 trillion insurance policy like 3 days before it happened.
Okay, that's a thinking emoji moment. What? There's no way that's true. There's no fucking way. That's gotta be that. I'm gonna fact check that. That's a thinking emoji, like right there.
I mean, I believe it.
But we gotta save this for Sunday. We gotta go.
Yeah, I do gotta get going. Tune in next week, or actually not next week. In like, what day is it? Thursday. Yeah, tune in on Sunday. Typical church service day. We're talking about 9/11, probably some other stuff too. Okay.